Cobham just keeps churning out superstars, ladies and gentlemen. Churning out superstars. This one, you gotta get so excited about. Believe me.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. We are gonna talk about the one, a mega youngster building up to be a superstar, to be honest, and one honestly we can't ignore. I know we've all talked about it, but we probably haven't given enough time. And I want to take this opportunity to talk about this particular youngster, Levi Colwill, ladies and gentlemen. Honestly, is another one of those Cobham superstars, up and coming Cobham superstars, that genuinely needs to be given some thought in regards to possibly getting a spot next season in the squad. With the uncertainty of Antonio Rudiger, uncertainty around our football club and the owners, God knows when that's going to get sorted. And it does look like Antonio Rudiger is probably not going to have enough time to get all that sorted. And look, I hope it does, but if it doesn't for some reason, I would love this particular player, ladies and gentlemen, and bring this up, Levi Colwill, to be given a genuine shot. And the word in the streets at the moment is that Levi Colwill will be given a chance to impress Thomas Tuchel in this preseason with the hope of Chalobah repeat. This is from Football London. Levi Colwill plays tonight live. That was obviously yesterday, and he actually played really, really well. I just want to bring up another one of these Levi Colwill. Here we go. Chelsea are set to receive permanent offers from the Premier League and important European clubs for Levi Colwill. Fabrizio Romano and Here We Go podcast from Fabrizio Romano. So, ladies and gentlemen, look, we're not dilly-dallying around with this particular, another one of those youngsters that is showing great promise. This one, it kind of sounds like a broken record because lately we've all been harping on about our youngsters and the, Cobham sort of youth academy, the product that's coming out of it. But honestly speaking, he's another one of those really, really top players that's coming through the ranks. Let's have a look at some of the stats, ladies and gentlemen. Levi Colwill, obviously English background, 19 years of age, 187 centimeters, left-footed, position defense, shirt number that's he's in Huddersfield at the moment on loan, season-long loan, and Huddersfield are doing really well. Just a quick look before we come back to the stats. Huddersfield are third, ladies and gentlemen, 41 games played. Yes, there are other teams with a few games in hand, 69 points. So you best believe Huddersfield's probably going to be there or thereabouts for the playoffs in regards to getting promotion in the Premier League. And what a story that would be. Honestly, I mean, I think Fulham and Bournemouth pretty much through, unless Bournemouth really screws things up and Huddersfield keeps getting the wins lately, 2 wins there. But yeah, they're well and truly in the playoffs. I think the playoffs is 3, 4, 5, 6, the next 4. So they're going to be in the playoffs. And can you imagine if Huddersfield gets promoted to the Premier League and one of the key components for their success being Levi Colwill? I think that is a big achievement. And ladies and gentlemen, the Championship is not a Mickey Mouse league. I reckon personally, the Championship is probably better than some of the European leagues out there. Not obviously the top caliber ones, but the other sort of mid-range European leagues, the Championship is probably better than them. And for him to do that well in that particular division, kudos to him. And the reason why I say perhaps he could be a good replacement for Antonio Rudiger, because he plays in a back three. Let's just quickly look once again. We'll come back to the stats. Huddersfield, let's have a look at the recent match, which was yesterday. 2-0 victory against Luton. And we all know what happened against Luton for Chelsea. They're a decent side. Let's not, get our words twisted around that one. 2-0 against Luton Town just yesterday. 1-0 victory against Hull City. Let's have a look at the Luton Town situation. Lineup. As you can see, Huddersfield, they play with a back three, and Levi Colwill plays as a LCB. And he's tall, he's physical, very good on the ball. We'll have a look at the stats very, very soon. Let's have a look at just one more match against Hull City as well. Another clean sheet there. And in this case as well. And in this case, he's played in a back four on the left side. So he's quite versed to play either in a back four as a LC, the left side of the CB, and in a back three as a LCB as well. Now, going back to the stats from SofaScore, ladies and gentlemen, look at the heat map. That's predominantly what he does. Commands that area on the left side, can bomb up as well if need be, much like Rudiger. Doesn't get into those Rudiger situation, which Rudiger sometimes enters these areas. He doesn't get as far as that, but still good enough. An overall, rating of 7.12 for the season so far, which is very, very good. And yeah, like overall, a fantastic young talent and someone we could possibly look into. Let's look at some of the stats now, ladies and gentlemen. Matches, total played 26. Started 24, so he's a regular member of that particular team. Minutes per game, 85, so he barely gets taken off. Team of the week once. Attacking 2 goals. He's got 2 goals in his name. Don't worry about the scoring frequency and all of these. Big chances missed to, which will happen as a defender. Assists, he's got himself 1 assist as well. Touches, 64.8 touches. At Chelsea Football Club, most likely going to touch a lot more than that as a defender. Big chances created 2, key passes 0.5. I think important to look at is the defending side. I think clean sheets, 11 clean sheets out of 24 starts, which is fairly good. Interceptions per game 1.2, tackles per game 1.8, very high, which is not bad. Which means obviously Huddersfield are having to defend a lot. Clearances per game, 4.2. Dribble pass per game, less than 1. Like he barely gets dribble pass. That's an impressive stat, 0.3. He's barely getting dribble pass. Errors led to a shot, 1 out of the entire season, which is also a very good stat. Errors led to a goal, 0. Another very, very good stat. Penalties committed, 0 as well. So, look, ladies and gentlemen, 5 yellow cards over the season. Very disciplined player and not injured. So, hopefully not going to conjure up any injuries as well. Obviously, he's young. We'll see what happens. Overall, the stats look very impressive. Let's have a look at some of the things that are being said in social media, ladies and gentlemen. Chelsea face battle to keep Levi Colwill as rivals will launch summer bids. And this is the thing, ladies and gentlemen, I need to say this. We've lost some big players from Cobham to our rivals. Mark Geehee being one of them, who's doing bits. He's now the Crystal Palace captain, and he's killing it over there. He's probably will go down as one of the top 5 defenders in the Premier League this season, which is incredible. And a leader as well. Tomori for AC Milan doing bits over there. And the list goes on. Conor Gallagher is on loan. Billy Gilmore, not the greatest, but still, we know the talent he has. And there's plenty more as we speak. And we've lost the likes of Tino Livramento, Tariq Lamptey to Brighton, Tomori obviously to AC Milan. We don't want to lose any more. We cannot be losing a player of this quality. No way. Regardless of the Rudiger situation, as much as I want Rudiger to, be able to sign a contract extension, I still don't want this guy to be sold. I want him to be part of the squad. Let's have a look at what else is going on. Just pause the situation. Levi Colwill versus Luton, ladies and gentlemen. Check out that compilation. He had a very impressive match, and there was a little bit of kerfuffle, a little bit of fight, and he got into it. He was the first one jumping into that situation. So it shows that he's got that S-housery about him too, which is exactly what Chelsea needs. That's Chelsea DNA. Levi Colwill is going to be an incredible footy footballer. Here's some more clips from social media. Just another reminder that Levi Colwill is ready to take that step up next year. Just afraid that when his young baller goes through a rough spell next year or 2, he'll be crucified and written off like some CFC fans have done to Chalobah. I hope, honestly, I'm not one of those people that have crucified Chalobah. I know some of you guys have, and wrongly so. Chalobah for me is still a very good defender. Just went through a bit of a rough patch, concentration dips here and there. But the man is physically unbelievable. Robust energy, pace. He's a very good defender on that right side. I've got no doubt he's going to come back soon. Obviously, Christensen's getting favoured, but I've got no doubt Chalobah is going to have a huge career at Chelsea Football Club. Another top performance from Levi Colwill tonight in Huddersfield. Huge clean sheet win. He really does it. He doesn't have an obvious weakness, and he has so many strengths, including his intangibles. Absolute gem of a player. And the other thing I just want, obviously we're talking about Levi Colwill. He really good tweet from Alice Goldberg. But just remembered another thing about Chalobah, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget how awesome he was in the beginning of the season, and then obviously the injury midway through has affected a little bit of it. But even then, every match he may have a little bit of mistake here and there, but he bounces back. He bounces back within the match. Vince, ladies and gentlemen, FLW's Huddersfield Town fan pundit Graham Rayner. I think Levi Colwill will play for Chelsea and England in the next 2 or 3 years. We've had Emil Smith-Rowe come for half a season and was so good, but wasn't as good as Levi Colwill, although obviously is different positions. There you go. Big statements being made. This was incredible, ladies. It was a penalty saved by the Luton goalkeeper, and off the back of that, there was a bit of a situation. Let me see if I can just. I don't want to get in trouble. Actually, I don't want to get in trouble with copyright situation. But there was pushing and shoving going on, and Levi Colwill was the first one to get in on. As you can see, Huddersfield versus Luton descending into chaos. Fight breaking out after a missed penalty. Levi Colwill first onto the scene. Levi Colwill is expected to be given time to impress Thomas Tuchel in pre-season with the hope of Trevor Chalobah repeat Football London. And I hope he does. Look at this. For a 19-year-old, he's quite built. He is really quite built. Kind of gives me Ruben Loftus-Cheek sort of physique vibe, but except from the left-hand side. Thomas Tuchel wants to see Levi Colwill in pre-season with a view of coming into the first team. This is very, very good news. And look at this versus Luton, ladies and gentlemen. 62 touches, clean sheet, 1 chance created as well, 4 long balls, 4 clearances, 3 out of 4 aerial duels, 1, 2 out of 3 ground duels, 1, 2 interception, 100% tackles, 1, 5 recoveries, 0 dribble pass. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy is something we need to big time consider next season. Not only if Rudiger leaves because of the situation, the mud that we're in, but even if Rudiger doesn't, I think this guy, it's good to give Rudiger a bit of competition as well. I think competition is very well suited, in order to breed success and making sure that complacency doesn't seep in. Let me know what your thoughts are about Levi Colwill, ladies and gentlemen. I think he needs to be part of the squad next season. We don't need to look deep into the European markets. We've got superstars within our ranks. We need to be given the opportunity. And it just only gives the academy hope that they can break into the team, especially the big talents like Levi Colwill. Let me know what your thoughts are, ladies and gentlemen. If you've enjoyed this video, smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Let's move on to the Real Madrid game, ladies and gentlemen. We got this!